This evening on ENN Tonight.
Voters are getting active at the polls.
Our own swing state had a special visitor.
And North Carolina communities stay strong.
Those stories and more.
ENN Tonight starts now. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for ENN Tonight. I'm Abigail Hines.
And I'm Abby Gravely.
Starting off tonight, a draft of Elon's Sustainability Master Plan has been released. Our Charlotte Fabi is here in studio to give you a rundown on what we could be seeing in the future.
Yeah, thanks, Abigail. The plan includes Elon's approach to becoming carbon neutral by 2037. After first being published over 15 years ago in 2007, this most recent draft continues to follow Elon's boldly strategic plan that supports sustainability. With this draft being published, it highlights the past accomplishments and promises made by the university when it comes to sustainability. Over this past summer, staff at the Office of Sustainability and other members met in small groups to finalize the content of this draft. Their goal focuses on a SMART frame that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. Elon's objective is to support specific categories like academics, engagement in the Elon community, dining, waste, and other areas for a sustainable purpose. And an impactful part of this plan is for students, as we will be seeing a higher percentage of sustainability-focused learning, like working grants and workshops, into regular classes. This also means an increase in the number of students who will graduate having completed sustainability-focused coursework. The draft also outlines Elon's plan to increase the number of sustainability-focused experiential learning requirements, or ELRs. And by 2030, Elon hopes to have 50% of ELRs focused on sustainability and 75% by 2035. Elon News Network will be continuing to look closer into this draft and the planned outcomes. That's all I have for you now. Back to you at the desk.
That's a lot to look out for. Thanks, Charlotte.
The NAACP of Alamance County hosted Souls to the Polls, where attendees marched to one of Alamance County's polling locations. ENN's Angelina Fantaroni went to the march and found out more about this organization.
We're ready for change.
Over 30 people of all ages attended Souls to the Polls and shared the reasons, concerns, and campaigns about their vote.
Do the job that needs to be done. When November the 6th comes, we all want to get up that morning and know that we worked hard to get into the seats that we worked to get into.
We already, as U.S. citizens, have the right to vote. That is already a part of the Constitution. So just realize that if you are voting for that to amend, which means to change.
Leading the march was the Alamance County Youth Council, and advisors say youth play a big part in politics.
The youth chapters did the door knocking. They were instrumental because people are more open when a child comes up to see what they have to say, to look at the handout. So even today, the youth know the platforms, the social media platforms, and they know that their future is at stake.
NAACP Youth Council members say one of the biggest concerns of this election is people not voting, even though they can't cast their vote yet.
I think it's important to know that even though we aren't able to vote, we can still make sure other people are able to vote and still put in their head to get out and vote.
The march ended at one of Alamance County polling locations, Elmira Community Center. Angelina Fantaroni.
Vote! Time to vote!
And
ENN
joining
Tonight.
us now, Angelina Fantaroni. So, Angel, tell us about this experience.
Yeah, of course. So the NAACP of Alamance County partnered with the Youth Council, the NAACP Youth Council, and came together and organized a march from a Dollar General in Burlington to one of the community centers in Burlington called Elmira Community Center, which is an early voting stop.
Awesome. And this isn't the only March to the Polls event that you have attended in the last few weeks since early voting started. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, of course. Also this past weekend, there was a March to the Polls from Alamance County Board of Educators, and they marched from the Elon Community Church to Elon South Campus Gym, which is the one-stop early voting.
Let's take a look at how this event went.
Alamance Burlington Association of Educators organized a march to Elon's one-stop early voting location at Elon's South Campus Gym.
We're out here today for our Schools Vote Together march. It was very fitting to have it here at Elon as well in the spirit of Schools Vote Together.
They want voters to think about public school education when voting.
I think that public education is important for providing opportunities and access for every child. So I personally have the belief that every kid, regardless of who their parents are, where they live, their background, their race, the language they speak, they should have the opportunity for a quality education.
Among the group of around 15 people, local candidates came out to support the cause.
Man, well, who hasn't been inspired by somebody who's either been in public schools, who's either taught in public schools, or has worked in a public school? I think public schools are the epitome of what we do here in Alamance County. It's the future.
And advice for voters.
I'm a teacher. Do your homework. All right? That'd be the number one thing, is to do your homework. Who truly supports public education and who does not?
Angelina Fantaroni, ENN Tonight.
Early voting in North Carolina ends on Saturday, November 2nd.
With the presidential election just 8 days away, former President Donald Trump is making stops in North Carolina. ENN's Nia Bedard has more.
Former President Donald Trump stopped in Greensboro, and with this visit, Trump told supporters about his future policies.
I will massively cut taxes for workers and small businesses and do just as you saw, no taxes. When I win on November 5th, the migrant invasion ends and the restoration of our country begins.
And he highly encouraged early voting.
So, open for early voting in North Carolina and every day from now till November 2nd.
Attendees were excited to hear about these policies.
Foreign policy, too. None of it matters if the world is blown up. And so having peace in the world, I think, is very important. I think Trump is the peace candidate in this election.
Well, the economy is obviously very important. The more money that we have, the better life is. I mean, the more we're able to afford things.
Joining Trump was Senator Ted Budd, Congresswoman Virginia Foxx, and former 2020 presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard.
But it's going to take Donald J. Trump to get us out of this mess.
We want him to make history by being not only the 45th president, but also the 47th president.
I'm proud to stand here with you today, President Trump, and announce that I'm joining the Republican Party.
Trump will continue to campaign across the many swing states in this election. Nia Bedard, ENN Tonight.
As part of that final push, Trump will be making a stop in Rocky Mount, North Carolina on Wednesday. And as the election is just around the corner, ENN has something exciting planned. So let's take a look.
Next week's broadcast will be a special edition of ENN's Election Center. The show will consist of 2 45-minute segments with live updates, live interviews, and stories about local and national campaigns. See how students felt about casting their first vote, early voting turnouts, and how voting may be affected in Western North Carolina. Tune in on Tuesday, November 5th at 7 p.m. for all you need to know. Stay up to date with ENN's coverage before, during, and after the election at elonnewsnetwork.com. Coming up, Hurricane Helene left a devastating mark on North Carolina, but relief efforts have shown no signs of slowing down.
And I'll have a look into your local weather after the break. You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 5th through November 24th. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
And now our Mackenzie Cruz is joining us for an update on our local weather.
Thank you, Abby. As you can see right now, we have a little bit of rain out here on the Atlantic Ocean, which will be pushing further out towards the end of the week. There's also a high pressure system around here in Virginia that can bring some clouds, but I don't think we'll be seeing that over here in Elon, North Carolina. There is a cold front up by New Jersey and PA, but that is now pushing out into the Atlantic. We won't really see much cold. It's going to be warm this week. That's all I have for you. Now back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Mackenzie. We'll check back in with you a little later. In a partnership between Elon University's Coronado Center and a local food bank, volunteers from Elon boarded a bus and traveled to Winston-Salem. ENN Charlotte Fabi traveled alongside the volunteers and has more about the experience.
At Second Harvest Food Bank, everyone deserves to eat is more than a slogan. Second Harvest provides food and supplies to 18 counties in North Carolina, with 8 of those counties currently rebuilding after Hurricane Helene.
I was feeling really discouraged by not having the capacity to go help in Western North Carolina, so to have Elon organize something for us to be there and to help contribute was really meaningful to me.
For 2 hours, volunteers organized goods, broke down cardboard, and packed over 2 pallets worth of boxes. Around 1.2 million people are experiencing food insecurity in North Carolina. With homes and resources destroyed after the storm, this number has significantly increased.
We're not directly out in the community to give this to them, but no matter what, you're helping.
The trip to Second Harvest was freshman Eli Karpus's first time volunteering with Elon's Coronado Center.
It's a great way for people to get together, to not only support other people, but to also feel good about yourself. I mean, you're helping other communities. What's better than that?
And this support was shared among students and staff.
A lot of encouragement and laughs as we worked to put those boxes together.
Packing 1 box at a time because everyone deserves to eat. Charlotte Fabi, ENN Tonight.
As people still work to rebuild after the storm, the Coronado Center will return to Second Harvest to pack more boxes on November 8th and December 6th.
Popular country music stars and Western North Carolina natives Luke Combs and Eric Church paid a visit to Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium for a benefit concert. The performance, titled Concert for the Carolinas, brought in thousands of supporters and raised $24.5 million for Hurricane Helene relief efforts. Church debuted his new song, Darkest Hour, and dedicated it to the people of North Carolina. In between songs, Luke Combs shared the personal meaning of this event with the crowd.
And I figured the second I saw the images coming out of Western North Carolina, everything in my heart wanted to get in my truck and drive there as soon as I could. And I knew that I physically couldn't make it there. And I wanted to do what I know how to do best. And damn it, this is what I know how to do best.
In all, the concert saw over 80,000 supporters.
With the growing blood shortage, ELON volunteers and the American Red Cross hosted a blood drive with all donor spots filled, including walk-ins throughout the day. ENN's Alice Morrissey was on scene to see how this drive went.
The American Red Cross reported 40% fewer people donating blood, leading to the lowest supply in 20 years. ELON volunteers hosted a blood drive in Alumni Gym, encouraging students to give back.
It's a win-win for everyone. I mean, I feel pretty good, and someone will hopefully be saved from this.
Student donors were first given an eligibility screening, ensuring they met minimum FDA requirements. On average, each donor gives 1 pint of blood, and with the growing blood shortage, every pint counts.
I definitely think everyone should give back in some way. If it's not by blood, by something else.
The American Red Cross encourages those who are willing and able to donate blood when possible.
Alice Morrissey, ENN Tonight.
Durst said it was her first time giving blood, and she's glad that she was able to help people, especially in times of need. After the break, our Kathan Gandhi will have more on ELON's volleyball.
And coming up, the town of Elon's mayor answered some pressing questions.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 5th through November 24th. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
The Elon volleyball team faced off against Towson University this weekend. Our Kathan Gandhi is here in studio to tell us how this game went.
Yeah, Abigail, this was a big match for the Phoenix. Towson is a strong, physical team, and we're at the point in the season where every match really matters. Talking to the coaches and players, it was clear that they wanted to play with a fire on the court. Win or loss, they wanted to show that they could play with the big dogs like Towson. I was able to get up close and personal and see how this game actually panned out. At a critical point in the season, Phoenix volleyball faced off against a 17-win, 4-loss Towson team. Despite showing toughness and grit in the third set comeback, Elon ultimately lost in 4.
Even though we lost the match today, I think it proves to our team so we can take these guys with 10 piece up here in Shar Center.
Towson has a historical dominance in CAA volleyball, winning the championship in 2022. According to team captain Sydney Love, lots of their advantages on the court came down to a difference in experience.
They're a very smart team as well. Their blocks are huge, hitting to smart areas of the court as well. They have a very fast offense too, which is difficult for a team if you're a little bit slower, where you struggle with being on time to blocks as well and just pressing.
Even if the outcome was not what the Phoenix wanted, Saturday was about more than just volleyball. Elon's Shar Center was covered in pink, all in honor of those who have survived or are currently battling breast cancer.
1 in 8 females are affected by breast cancer in their lifetime, which is alarming. And so I think it helps in a lot of ways, and I think it helps save lives down the line.
The Phoenix now have an 11-win, 11-loss record for the season. With the CAA tournament about a month away, they look to have a strong end to the year. Kathan, Gandhi, ENN Tonight.
Elon women's volleyball will next play North Carolina A&T this Saturday.
Elon Admissions hosted their annual fall open house this past weekend. Olivia Berger was there to find out what prospective students and parents had to say about their visit.
Prospective students came from all over the country to visit Elon. High school students on their college search went to information sessions and campus tours.
I went on a tour this morning. They divided us by what majors we were interested in. I was interested in environmental science.
Both students and parents admired Elon's campus and all it had to offer.
Well, it's a beautiful campus, first of all. It was great to see how well kept it is, the wonderful buildings. I was really impressed by the small class size.
Prospective student Elizabeth Walters said that the open house was a huge turning point for her college decision, even though 2 of her siblings went to Elon.
I think just the atmosphere, the culture of all of it, it just feels like a very close-knit community, and that's something I love about Elon. And just from both my brothers going here, I know how nice it is to just be part of that community, and I just can't wait to experience it myself.
Olivia Berger, ENN Tonight.
Coming up, see how Elon is welcoming the fall season.
A forecast after the break.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 5th through November 24th. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
And our Mackenzie Cruz is back to give us an update on our Phoenix 5-day forecast.
Thanks, Abby. We've had a pretty warm weekend and we're looking at some more warmth coming up this week. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tonight will be cold again with partly cloudy skies, and we're going to start off the week with mostly sunny and a high of 68. It looks like we're going to be in the mid-70s this week with mostly sunny skies for the most part, and then Saturday, starting off the weekend, will be a high of 67, low of 46 with more partly cloudy skies. It'll start to be getting colder into more fall weather next week. That's all I have. Now back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Mackenzie. The Elon Community Garden hosted their annual Pumpkin Festival with live music, pumpkin carving, and seasonal treats. Our Brianne Howden is going to give us a look on this pumpkin-packed afternoon.
Elon students and locals welcome the fall season with lots of activities that all were able to enjoy. With this celebration, the community garden wanted to host a festival that connects with the environment but also offers a fun way to get out into the community.
We call this our Pumpkin Festival, and this is sort of our way of celebrating fall, but really about celebrating nature and the things that we grow, and really just reconnecting with the seasons, since the seasons are a big part of growing, and that's around fall and harvesting. So we really want to honor that spirit and just really just create a place for community.
Whether you are here for the live music, create your own bouquet, or even carve the perfect pumpkin, the Elon Community Garden brought the full vibes to Elon campus.
With the busy semester, students had a chance to relax with friends in the perfect fall weather.
We've been carving pumpkins, we've made some bouquets. I tried some taro that came from Loy Farm, which is really cool.
As this was the perfect way to kick off the fall season, the music and fall-flavoured treats left a lasting impression here at the Elon Community Garden.
It's just really fun. Like, I wasn't expecting like this big of a thing, and there's so many people here and meeting new people, and I hope they do more events like this, or I can't wait for next year's already.
Brianne Howden, ENN Tonight.
Elon University continues their 2024 First Generation College celebration with the Trailblazers and Transformers event. Collabing with the university archives, attendees can learn about First Gen students throughout Elon's history. The event will last tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Mosley Student Center, and it is one of many First Gen celebrations that will continue throughout November.
Elon University's annual homecoming celebration is coming up, and students and alums can look forward to a weekend full of events. This Friday, Rock the Block will take over Young Commons with food trucks, live music, and more. On Saturday, Elon football takes on Campbell University at 2 p.m. at Rhodes Stadium. A full schedule of events can be found online. So, do you have any plans for homecoming this weekend?
I'm not really sure yet. I think I want to go to the football game and probably check out like Rock the Block and maybe some of those other events. How about you?
Well, actually both of my parents are coming in because they're both alums of Elon University, and I am so excited to see them. I think we're definitely going to go to Rock the Block, and there's an event at Tap House that we're going to check out, and then I think my dad's really excited for the football game.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Like having your parents here as alums, I'm sure that's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it is really exciting, and I know they're pretty excited to come back because we don't live in the area, and they haven't been back in a while. And speaking of fall festivities, what are some things you've been up to?
Well, last week I checked out a local haunted house. I went and got some pumpkins to decorate my house. That's a lot of what I've been up to. How about you?
Yeah, my friend group and I actually just carved pumpkins, which was so fun, and I'm so glad we were able to do that. It's like this fun little thing we can do outside of class to actually, wind down and just, enjoy the season.
Well, awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. Well, that's all the news we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
For more news, check out elonnewsnetwork.com.
And make sure to follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great night, Elon.